Michigan's rock station. Q106.
What is up? It is Carrie Stevens checking in again with another Capital City Comic Con celebrity guest, man. July 10th through 12th at the Lansing Center. It is our privilege to welcome Elizabeth Dennehy. She knows the Bard, she knows Picard, and she is coming to Lansing. Elizabeth, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited about Lansing.
Have you visited our fair metropolis before?
I have not been to Lansing, but I have friends who live in Michigan, and I'm blanking on the town, but it's on the lakeside, maybe? Something with lake.
We're in the dead center of the state, so we're far away from the Great Lakes, but we still have things to check out. Elizabeth, when you check out a new place, how do you prefer to explore it? What's the thing you like to check out first?
Well, something I really like to do, and I know it's crazy, when I'm in a new place, if I can, I will wake up before the sun comes up. I'll Google like good sunrise places. I don't do it everywhere, but I'll try to, like I was in Martha's Vineyard last September and I did that there. I was in Portugal in April, and there are some cities where you feel like if I walk through the city streets before the sun comes up, that may not be a safe choice. So I don't do it everywhere. You know what I mean? But I love to capture the sunrise when it's quiet and cool and before the streets get really crowded. That's something I love to do.
Oh, very cool.
Then the opposite end of that is, where's the happy hour?
Atta girl, I love that. There we go. We got a few of those in Lansing, no doubt about that.
Awesome.
Well, you're going to be a few blocks away from our state capitol, and there's a lot of really neat architecture in downtown Wausau. I can tell you, if you're on the Capitol lawn, you can see, if you stare dead east, man, you'll see the sun rise and illuminate Michigan Avenue. And then the sunset behind the Capitol is pretty sweet, too. Yeah.
Thank you so much for that tip. You've just saved me a Google.
There you go. I'm Lansing's official tour guide for all of our Capital City Comic Con guests. And again, I've recommended this too, because everybody brings up food, which makes me wonder, are they starving you actors? Or like, you guys got to eat, okay? But the olive burger is the way to go. That is the way. Yeah, that is our local cuisine.
You know, the thing is that anywhere in the universe, but in this country, everybody has different cuisines, you know, and there's something famous wherever you are. You know, I'm from New York and I grew up on Long Island. So the bagel debate or pizza debate is constant. So what is Michigan known for?
Well, each region has its own thing, like Jackson, or just outside of Jackson, Michigan, chicken gizzards. Or like I love them. But I eat like a raccoon with an open dumpster. So
I think it's the word gizzard.
Right. They have to bougie it up a bit. Instead of calling it liver, call it foie gras, right? That's how you do it, right?
Exactly. What is gizzard in French? But I go to Ireland. My husband's from Ireland, and I love black and white pudding. And you don't even want to know what's in that.
I know what's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's delicious. And so, I think it's the word gizzard.
Got it.
I think of buzzard, or I'm eating a lizard. I don't know. It just has a sinister feel in my mouth. Gizzard.
Well, you know something, if mayonnaise can glow up to become aioli, I think gizzards can get there someday. You just need a rebrand. That's what you need.
There you go.
Now, you have ranked up yourself in fiction. You've been promoted from lieutenant commander to admiral in the Star Trek extended universe. So my partner, she is a huge Trekkie. So when I told her that you were coming to Capital City Comic Con, she was immediately like, "Oh hell yeah, Shelby! She gave it to Riker, and that was great." As a young girl who grew up in a decidedly patriarchal environment, that scene where you lit his ass up, that hit home for her so hard. And I have to imagine you hear that feedback from a lot of Star Trek fans.
Now, I'm going to guess her age is like younger than 60.
Yes.
Because the people my age who were watching it in real time, like I was 28 when I filmed it, and the people who are my age, the women who are my age, I would go to conventions. My very first one was in St. Louis, Missouri. I hated you. You were such a bitch. How dare you cross him? We love Riker. And I was like, was I right? So the women younger than that saw her as a role model, somebody who didn't care if she was liked or not. She had a problem to solve. You brought me on board. I'm an expert. I know more about this than anybody. I'm not here to make friends. Women who are younger than my age, in the 60s, can appreciate that and see that as a role model. But 34 years ago, however long it was, people would come up to me. You were such a bitch. I hated
Oh
you. I
man.
hated. It was horrible. And I was like, but he even says, I miss those things in me. She reminds me of me when I was young. He says that. That's in the script. But there's still, no.
Wild.
He's on my side more than the people who are watching the show. It was shocking.
I would like to think that we've come a long way since then. I hope we have. There's evidence to the contrary in some circles, but yeah, very very impactful scene for people in my partner's generation for sure.
Yes. Yeah. And I get letters from people saying, I pursued a career in science and space because of Shelby. I've waited a long time to hear that.
Well, you shouldn't have had to wait that damn long, but this is what we are, I guess. So yeah,
I
you'll have
guess.
that. So the one thing I did a little bit of homework. Your IMDb, I could not stop scrolling. It just showed me more and more and more and more and more stuff. But also the one of the things I picked up is I have to know the uniform in Picard, is it more comfortable than the one they had you in Next Generation? Because the Next Generation one, that thing was a torture device. Good Lord.
Don't get me started. I mean, first of all, you're wearing basically a spandex onesie. So you're in a constant wedgie state in that zip up thing. But the worst part of it was, besides being hot, besides having to take the whole thing off to pee and having a wedgie nonstop, was that the best of both worlds was two parts. And with a direct pickup for the second part, with 3 months in between. Summer in New York, I go home and I'm
Oh,
with the family, and I couldn't eat. I couldn't indulge myself. I couldn't gain an ounce because it's so unforgiving. It shows every bump and bulge. It was a heinous, hateful costume, horrible. So then Picard was tailored two-piece with a jacket that fell over the pants, very forgiving, very comfortable. Oh, I thought I died and gone to heaven. And then, I mean, I hated to complain about Best of Both Worlds, because then you looked at the Borg and you're like, who am I to complain? Those poor people. Oh my
right.
God. Wrapped up in plastic tubing, and they really couldn't. I don't know how they peed. You know, they probably went off fluids for 5 days before. I don't know how they did it. It was terrible. So yeah, the Picard costume was so much more comfortable. But also, I got to redeem my awful, awful, awful Best of Both Worlds hairdo, which I hated.
That was a lot of Aquanet.
I think it was because I was so much shorter than Jonathan that they wanted to lessen the distance between us by making me have this giant beehive, which of course Shelby would put together in space before
Yeah,
going to fight the Borg, with
exactly.
her back combing.
That's battle ready hair. You got to have battle ready hair.
Oh,
Absolutely.
I hated that
Was
hairdo. So
there was a time though, because you didn't know how the second part ended for a hot minute. It could have gone a few different ways. You could have ended up being assimilated. Was there a part of you that was like, look, if I get assimilated, a gig's a gig, but that costume, I'm gonna have to ask for some adjustments to the Borg. Come on.
exactly. I remember when after that I did Charmed. And I was like, oh, am I going to play like, a sexy sorceress? What am I playing on Charmed? No, an elder. Oh, okay. We've reached the Maggie Smith roles now already.
Right, right. Isn't
But
that how it goes?
I was so happy to be in long white flowing robes. I could eat whatever I want in craft services. It really comes down to that sometimes. It comes down to, can I eat, or, oh no, I can't eat.
Ugh, brutal.
Yeah.
Absolutely brutal. Now, one of the one thing we've learned about you in our research, and this is great. Now, obviously, Patrick Stewart, big Shakespearean actor. You all about that Shakespeare. Like I said from the jump, you know the Bard, you know Picard. I have to know, Elizabeth, what is your favorite Shakespeare quote?
Make me a willow cabin at your gate. Call upon my soul within the house. Sing loyal cantons of contemned love, and sing them loud, even in the dead of night. Halloo your name to the reverberate hills and make the babbling gossip of the air cry out, Olivia. It's a speech in Twelfth Night where Viola is madly in love with Orsino and wooing on behalf of Orsino, the Countess Olivia. And she's in love with Orsino, but she's wooing his girlfriend on behalf of him. And I just found it, if you can bear with me. Make me a willow cabin at your gate and call upon my soul within the house. Write loyal cantons of contemned love and sing them loud, even in the dead of night. Halloo your name to the reverberate hills and make the babbling gossip of the air cry out, Olivia! Oh, you should not rest between the elements of air and earth, but you should pity me.
I might use that line of my girl. That's pretty good.
It's gorgeous. So Olivia's like, oh, if you were in love with me, what would you do? So Viola is like, if I was in love with you, like I am with the guy who's wooing you, it's just such a beautiful collection of words put together perfectly. For me, it's my absolute favorite. It's romantic, it's painful, it's suffering. It's just, he writes the best words. What can I say?
Right. It's funny. You will have another Shakespearean performer joining you at Capital City Comic Con. So Craig Lee Thomas. He's he's a voice actor, and he does he. I don't know how much of a video gamer you are. He is John Helldiver in the Helldivers video game series. Haven't picked up the controller for that one.
Zero, zero, zero. One of the things, I have two boys, and when they were growing up, and Guitar Hero was all the rage.
Mm-hmm.
I have a kind of OCD addictive personality, and I was like, because I remember when Game Boys first came out, and I never put down the Tetris, obsessed, and I was like, do not pick up that Game Boy. I knew that I just knew, I closed that door because I would do nothing else. It's bad enough spelling bee with the New York Times. I cannot go to bed unless I get Queen Bee. So I knew better. I know myself, and I know that if I went down that path, I could be one of those people 24 hours a day.
Oh yeah, I've spent some time around the Wordles myself, and I will agonize over that. Nothing else can be accomplished until I solve the New York Times Wordle. It is maddening, is what it is.
Yeah, it's too frustrating for me. Spelling bee is my only one. I knew that I have to pick one. See, I'm like an addict. So spelling bee, and I cannot go to bed until I reach Queen Bee. So it's an obsession.
Gotcha. Reason I bring up Craig, his favorite quote is it's from King Lear. Oh, reason not the need. Our basest beggars are in the poorest things superfluous. And when he shared that with me, we hashed it out, and I'm like, oh, I have this issue with not buying things for myself because I don't deserve nice things. And he's like, dude, I have that same thing. Oh, reason not the need. Treat yourself. So that's a dangerous state of mind when you go to conventions. What is the biggest danger to your wallet when you're wandering around and looking at all the different art and all the different merch and stuff that's out there? What would inspire you to reason not the need? Nope, gotta have it, need it.
I'm not really a merch person. I go to concerts and I was just at the Tony Awards. Well, the dress rehearsal for the Tony Awards, and the line, I think I'm just too old. I see the line and I'm like, ugh. I'm not much of a merch person. Back in the day, I would buy things for my kids. And I'm also a practical person. Like, I'm not going to get a tchotchke, a dust collector, as my mother-in-law would call them, but maybe a t-shirt, something that actually is a thing that shows that you were there, but is actually a garment, something that does double duty. But yeah, no, I'm not a tchotchke souvenir person.
Gotcha.
I don't even, I just, I'd have my memories or photos or stuff like that, but I'm not a collector.
Love that. That's probably a much more sane way to live, and it makes it easier to clean up around the joint. That's for sure.
Honestly, I think it was my mom passed away. God love her. Miss her every single second. And my sisters and I my mom was a hoarder, shopaholic, and a pack rat. And it took us 10 days, 10 hours a day from sunup to sundown, emptying the house. And I vowed that my kids would never, ever have to do that. And
wow.
Guys, get on it now. I had to throw out our communion dresses. It was really, really.
Wow. Yeah. She hung on to everything.
It was heartbreaking. So start looking around at you. You can't take it with you. What are you going to do? Don't leave this to your children. I vowed to. Yeah. So I'm not a collector.
Gotcha, gotcha. So okay, we're skipping the merch booths and the toys and tchotchkes. What is your favorite part of doing the convention circuit?
Oh, meeting the people, meeting the people. I love it. Just first of all, the fact that you can do a job 30 years ago, 34 years ago, and people still care so much. 36 years ago, it came out in 1990, right?
Mhm.
That people care so much and they're so grateful and they travel so far. It's who wouldn't want to bask in that love? It's just a love fest. The people are just so lovely and kind. And my husband and I, he's not going to Lansing with me, but the last one we were in Vegas. We had the best time just talking to people. It was just so much fun. And then talking to the other guests there. It's so enriching. It's just a beautiful thing.
So I couldn't help but notice the guitars sitting behind you. Are you going to shred for us? What's happening here?
This is my I live in my house and I have two sons who are grown, but this is remnants of boydom,
Oh, gotcha.
boys room. So one of my sons who's living in our guest house, he just he's driving to Colorado right now for a film festival. He's got a film in a film festival. And then my other son who lives in Chicago is arriving home on the 20th. So some things still are here and including their video game collection over there. And there's more guitars. There's more a bass right there.
So they haven't learned the stop hoarding instruments lesson yet.
They still pick them up. They pick them up and they play and it's great.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
They did the School of Rock growing up, so that was
Oh,
wonderful. Yeah, it was fantastic. So every 3 months they were in a show, and my older son is an actor actually, and his learning how to be a musician increased his employability. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you know this, but Jack, my son, was in the Weird Al Yankovic biopic. He plays Weird's guitarist, and whose name is actually Jim Hanna, I believe. And so he was in the band with Daniel Radcliffe in the Weird movie.
oh, that's great. I will have to look that up, man. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Very
Yeah,
cool.
Daniel Radcliffe plays Weird Al Yankovic, and Jack, my son, is the guitarist in the band. And thank you to the School of Rock for at least making him look enough of a musician that he can actually play a musician.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
So his IMDb is growing. Yours again. It's a scroll of incredible roles. I mean, you did a lot of time on Guiding Light and the just the nonstop work of being on a soap. I mean, the production pace of those things. I mean, you're shooting every day.
I was on the Guiding Light with Michelle Forbes. We became lifelong friends there, who's Ensign Rowe.
Okay,
Yeah,
I did not know.
Me and Michelle were on the Guiding Light together. Yeah.
Oh, very cool. I love that. Now, one of
Yeah.
the other roles that popped up, you also have something in common with another one of your Capital City Comic Con celebs, Rachel Kimsey. You have both had roles, and I have to know, what was your reaction when your agent called you and said, "Hey, got a gig for you. You're going to be on Masters of Sex."
The checks don't bounce. Bring it on.
I love it. I love it. I love
Again,
it.
it was very like charmed. I'm like, ooh, saucy secretary. No, just an old, executive secretary. It was fine. I got to meet Annalee Ashford. She was on that show. That was really fun. I remember she was like, yeah, I'm leaving. I'm gonna go do a Broadway show. And I'm like, you're leaving a TV show to go do what? And then I think it was Sunday in the Park with George with Jake Gyllenhaal. I was like, oh, that's who you are. Okay, go
Gotcha.
for
Yeah.
it.
You get it now, right?
Yeah, I got it. Got it. Yeah, good choice.
Definitely, definitely. Again, with your kids being musicians and playing instruments, I got to know, Elizabeth, what is in your playlist?
Oh my gosh. So I think that people of a certain age like to listen to music from when we were young, the 80s. So 80s, Eurythmics, the Smiths. I get in the car and I'll tell you an album that puts me in an instant good mood. Joe Jackson's Steppin' Out.
Oh, yeah.
Night and Day is the album. that instantly gets me in a good mood. So along with his album Jump and Jive, I love the music from when I was young. I'm sure I'm not the only one to say that. Linda Ronstadt, Joni Mitchell, the 70s, Fleetwood Mac. But yeah, I'm a throwback. I'm trying to think of music from now that I listen to. There's a singer called Yeba. Oh my God, I love her voice. And Rosalia, I hope I'm saying that right. Rosalia. So female singers, I love female singers. We just went to the Hollywood Bowl and we saw Robert Glasper, the Blue Note Jazz. So my music is all over the place. Joni Mitchell, seeing Joni Mitchell at the Hollywood Bowl was incredible. Yeah.
Had to have been. She's an icon for a reason. Absolutely.
Oh, it was incredible. It was an amazing night. Yeah, it was great.
Well, Elizabeth, we are looking forward to having an iconic time with you and the rest of the crew at Capital City Comic-Con. Again, that's July 10th through 12th at the Lansing Center. And we hope you enjoy your stay in our fine metropolis and try an Olive Burger. They are phenomenal.
I can't wait, and send me all your happy hour suggestions.
Hell yeah, love it. Elizabeth, you be well. We'll see you on the road, okay?
Michigan's rock station. Q106.